Hello, people. This is the Digest TV. Today, I will be discussing with you key parameters to watch closely in poultry farming business. Key parameters to watch closely in poultry farming business. If you have not done so, please go ahead to subscribe to this channel and also share this video with as many farmers as possible. Try to watch the entire presentation because at the end of it, I'm going to actually announce a gift for you if you do that. Key parameters to watch closely in poultry farming business. Running a successful poultry farming business requires diligent monitoring of various key parameters of your poultry. Running a successful poultry farming business requires diligent monitoring of various key parameters to ensure the health, the growth, and profitability of your poultry. Look at those three vital points: the health, the growth, and profitability of your poultry farming business. Remember, if you have been following me, I've been saying that the first rule of business success is to make profits. That's the first rule of business success, to make profit. So, and the road to making profit is you have to look at the health, the growth, and then you now begin to look at how you are going to make profit in that business, any business whatsoever. The reason why you are there is because, number one, you need to make profits. Otherwise, you cannot continue the business. So we're going to look at some of these parameters, and they are very crucial. And I would like you to go over this video again and again with your team and discuss it from time to time. You discover that making it in any business, including poultry farming business, is not rocket science. Just follow the rules. Number one, health and disease monitoring. You need to monitor the health and disease of your flock. Regularly observe poultry behavior, appearance, and signs of illness. Regularly observe poultry behavior, appearance, and signs of illness. Very important. Early detection of diseases is essential to prevent outbreaks and minimize losses. What happens is that when you engage in this monitoring, you can easily detect any abnormality and take action immediately, especially preventing outbreaks and also minimize your losses. So it's very important to look at the behavior of your poultry. You look at the appearance and signs of illness from time to time. If you understand what we normally talk about in our seminars, for you to be a good farmer, you have to be a good observer. You have to be able to observe your flock. You enter the pen, you must be able to know the way they behave. You must look at all those signals. We call it signals, poultry signals. And the more you're able to do that, the better you're able to take action. You know, a teach in time saves 9, as they say. So monitoring the health and disease is very important. This is part of what you need to detail to your farm managers or whoever is trying to help you as a team in taking care of your poultry farming business. This parameter is very, very important. Health and disease monitoring. Health and disease monitoring, very important. Number 2, biosecurity measures. Now, the road to maintaining health is biosecurity, securing life, biosecurity. So you need to also look at this parameter. The biosecurity measures you are putting in place, implement strict biosecurity protocols to prevent the introduction and spread of diseases through visitors, equipment, and other animals. Your poultry farm is not a zoo. Although you can go to an extent whereby you want to showcase your farm to people to come around and see and use it to make money. Well, of course, if you are doing that, you need to know that, oh, this is a model I'm trying to do, and I'm going to take precautions. But the idea of showing your farm to every Tom, Dick, and Harry is very dangerous. So you need to implement strict biosecurity protocols to prevent the introduction and spread of diseases through visitors, equipment, and other animals. Number 3, feed management. Don't forget, we are looking at key parameters to watch closely in poultry farming business. Number 3, feed management. Feed management. Monitor feed quality, formulation, and quantity. Feed quality, formulation, and quantity. These are very important parameters to look at from time to time. Look at the quality of your feed. We always say garbage in, garbage out. Garbage in, garbage out. Don't expect to feed your chickens garbage and you want them to produce maximally for you. It doesn't happen like that. It's just like life. What you sow is what you reap. So it's garbage in, garbage out. So monitor feed quality, your formulation, and the quantity. Remember, you spend more than 75% of your expenses on feed in any livestock feed business. So you don't want to waste your feed. You don't want to waste your feed. You don't want your team to waste your feed. And so you need to be strict in this area. And of course, proper nutrition is critical for optimal growth and egg production. Proper nutrition. Like I said in most of my presentations, many farmers pack up today because of nutritional problems. Where they fail is the area of nutrition. When they begin to cut corners in that area, you can't sustain it because discover that these animals will not produce for you without quality feed. So if you compromise in the area of nutrition, know that you can't go forward in this business. So you need to look at this area and monitor it very, very well. Proper nutrition is critical for optimal growth and egg production. Number 4, water supply. Water supply is a very critical aspect of poultry farming business. Like I always say in my seminars, that no water, no farming. No water, no farming. So the area of water supply is very critical. Ensure a clean and constant supply of fresh water for your poultry to stay hydrated and maintain their health. Note that word. Ensure clean and constant supply. Clean and constant supply. Most of the areas where disease will enter your farm is through water. And when disease enters your farm through the water source is questionable. Until you take care of that source, if you keep treating the birds, keep spending money on drugs, and you don't take care of the source of your water, you're just wasting money. So clean and constant supply of fresh water for your poultry to stay hydrated and maintain their health. Don't forget that 70% of the body composition, even in human beings, is water. So you want to stay hydrated, you want your birds to stay hydrated from time to time. There must be clean and constant supply. And when it comes to water supply, you don't measure water. It's as they want to drink it. It's as they want to drink. We call it ad libitum, as they want to drink it. So you keep it in constant supply for them to stay hydrated and maintain their health. Number 5, temperature and ventilation. Temperature and ventilation. Very critical parameter to look at if you want to really scale your poultry farming business. Maintain appropriate temperature levels and proper ventilation within poultry house facilities to prevent heat stress and respiratory issues. So heat, just like human beings, so like animals. It's even worse in case of animal because you want them to produce for you. If you are rearing layers, you want them to produce egg for you. If you are rearing broilers, you want them to produce meat for you. So you want to make sure they are in optimal condition for them to be able to do that. Remember, I always say in my presentation that once your birds are stressed, the first thing they want to do is to stay alive. So everything you are feeding them, I just want to stay alive. They don't want to worry about producing egg for you or producing chicken for you. They want to stay alive. So you want to minimize stress by all means. And the area to do this is to look at the area of ventilation, the area of temperature control, Heat stress is a problem. It's a problem in most tropical nations of the world, including Nigeria, my country, where I'm talking from now. So you want to take care of heat from time to time. And this will help you to get the best from your beds. Number 6, the lighting, the kind of light, the way you light your poultry pen is also very important. It's very important. Provide appropriate lighting conditions to stimulate growth, to stimulate egg production, and the overall well-being of your beds. So lighting is very important. Light is very important. So you want to look at this area from time to time because it's very important in helping them to stimulate their growth and even to lay egg. So you want to extend the hours to allow the place to be lighted so that they can continue to lay. Once it's dark, they sense that, oh, it's dark. I don't want to lay anymore. So you want to spread the light so that you can stimulate more egg production. Remember, you want to produce as many eggs as possible, from your poultry. So, and that's the road to profit making. So the lighting area is a parameter you need to watch out. This is the Digest TV. I'm your host, Dr. Joseph Deji-Folutile. If you have not done so, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel, and also make sure you share to other farmers. And I'm also challenging you, if you have any area of farming business you want me to talk about, please drop it on the comment below. I've been in the industry for over 34 years, so I can talk to you in any area of farm business. So just drop it on the comment on any area whatsoever you want me to talk about, and I will do justice to that. Number 7, egg production and quality. These are parameters to measure egg production and quality. Monitor egg production rates, size, and quality to ensure the health and productivity of your hens. Don't forget that word. Monitor egg production rates. Monitor egg production rates. This is the reason why you are in that business. So you need to monitor the rates. You can't just be doing the farming and then you're not looking at that area. The rates, the size, look at the size, look at the quality. These are the things that customers are looking for. They're looking at the size of your eggs, look at the quality of your egg. When they break it, is the yolk golden? Is it just white? And these are areas you need to work upon as a farmer so that you ensure the health and productivity of your laying hens. Egg production and quality, very important. Number 8, housing conditions. These are parameters to watch closely in poultry farming business. Look at the housing conditions. Look at the housing conditions. Ensure clean and comfortable housing with adequate space, bedding in case you are doing deep layer, and patches for your poultry in case you are doing free range. If you are doing battery cage too, you need to also look at these parameters. You need to look at the housing condition. The housing condition is bad, the animals or the birds are stressed. Don't forget, when they are stressed, they divert your money to take care, to survive, not to produce for you. So you don't want them to be stressed in any way, So you want to make sure that the house is clean and comfortable for your birds. Number 9, culling and replacement. Culling means that from time to time, you need to look at those ones that are not doing very well. They are eating your feed, buying feed with money, feeding them. They're not growing, they're not producing. You need to be look around for them and isolate them from that place so that they stop wasting your money. So culling and replacement is a very key parameter to look at when you are doing this business. So you need to be observant to implement a culling strategy to remove unproductive or unhealthy birds. Can you know that? Unproductive and unhealthy birds. So you need to be on your team must know this. By the way, just like I suggested, go over this video with your team on weekly basis. In fact, tell your farm manager to go over this video from time to time. And these are the areas you are going to also assess them when you are trying to appraise them. Maybe you do it monthly or you do it quarterly or you do it at the end of the year. These are the key parameters that you want to appraise them. If you can get these parameters right, I want to assure you that you're going to make it in this business. So You look at the culling and replacement. Implement a culling strategy to remove unproductive or unhealthy birds and plan for timely replacement of breeding stock. So as you remove those birds that are not productive, they're just eating your feed, they're not producing well, or if you are running broilers, they're not growing. If you are doing egg production, they are not producing eggs, you need to remove them from time to time and replace them. And this will help you to really improve in your productivity. Number 10, egg collection. These are the parameters. Egg collection. Develop efficient egg collection practices to minimize breakage and maintain egg quality. So egg collection, you're surprised, it's also a parameter for this business. You know, if your birds are laying eggs and you are not very careful with your team in collecting, you have breakage. The more you have breakage, the more you make losses. You make losses. You can't sell broken eggs as you are going to sell the ones that are not broken. Or when the eggs are, maybe you are doing deep litter and not running a battle cage, and the eggs are smeared with manure, all those things, and become dirty, it will reduce the marketing quality of these eggs. So you want to make sure in the area of egg collection, you don't want to be lacking. You want to collect your eggs as at when due, clean, no break. Make sure you even implement an incentive for your team to get rewarded when they have clean eggs and unbreakable or unbroken eggs. This will also help you at the end of the day to get money from your business. Number 12, market demand. This is a big parameter to also look at, market demand. Stay informed about market demand for poultry products and adjust production accordingly to avoid overproduction or shortages. So you're looking at market demand for poultry products and adjust production accordingly to avoid overproduction. Don't forget that word, overproduction. Overproduction. So you need to monitor this. You don't want to overproduce. You don't want to underproduce. You know, so these are, you know, farming, like I said in most of my seminars, farming is science. It's science. It's science. It's more of science than work. So you don't want to overproduce. You don't want to run shortage. So you're always looking at the market demand. When you look at the market is, you know, being overloaded with eggs and the demand is low, the supply is high, you need to have a way to be able to control that. When you look at the market, there is a lot of demand for eggs. You need to know how to also beef up and meet the demand. These are parameters that you need to be taken care of from time to time. Number 13, key parameters to watch closely in poultry farming business. Number 13, vaccination and medication. Don't forget that those two words, vaccination and medication. Vaccination to prevent disease, medication when they are diseased to treat them. These are areas that you need to work out from time to time. So follow a vaccination schedule to administer medications as needed to prevent and control common poultry diseases. Follow a vaccination schedule and administer medications as needed to prevent and control common poultry diseases. Number 14, waste management. Look at the area of waste management. The area of waste management is also very important. Properly manage manure and waste to maintain hygiene, prevent disease spread, and minimize environmental impact. You don't want your farm to be a place that people don't want to come to because it's smelling. People enter your farm, the whole place is just the environment. You enter the farm, the environment is smelling, and the community, they are complaining about you. This is bad for business. It's bad for business. So waste management is very important. Not only bad for business in terms of the being not be ethical, also it will also accelerate the spread of diseases on your farm. Remember, we spoke about the first thing you're looking at, monitoring your the health and disease, you know, is very important. So you don't want to have a bad waste management in your farm so that you don't give room for disease outbreaks. So properly manage manure and waste to maintain hygiene, prevent disease spread, and minimize environmental impact. Number 15, financial monitoring. Financial monitoring. Like in my country or in my language, it said owo ni koko. That is, money is very important. So if you look at the area of financial, you need to monitor that area. You need to monitor that area. And what do? You keep track of expenses. You keep track of your expenses, revenues, and profit margin to ensure the financial viability of your poultry farming operation. Keep track of your expenses, your revenue, the money that comes in, and profit margins to ensure financial viability of your poultry farming operation. This, number 15, is my take home. Very important. I love it. Financial monitoring. Financial monitoring. A lot of farmers are packing up because they are lacking in this area. Because the money comes in, they use the money to, as it comes, it goes, as it comes, it goes, forgetting that they are doing business, that the money that you can actually spend is not even the profit. It's the money after you have made profit, you have already taken maybe some out of it to reinvest before you now take some to spend for yourself or for the team. So you need to look at the finances. How is money coming in? You track it. We call it the law of tracking. You track your expenses, you track your revenue, and then you track your profit margin on constant basis. You can, if you do this, I'm telling you something, you're going to make it in this business. This is how farming is a business, just like any business. You look at these areas, you cannot make losses in business. So number 16, employee training. Employee training. You need to plan for your workers. Nobody can give what they don't have. Your workers need to be trained from time to time. We call it training and retraining. Training and retraining. Ensure that employees are trained in proper poultry handling, health management, biosecurity, and record keeping. We call this, when it comes to training, I have this thing I always tell farmers. The secret is repetition. The secret of teaching is repetition, repetition, repetition. So you need to keep saying the same thing until they get it. Because the moment they get it and they implement it on your farm, you're going to scale over. So employee training is very important. People can't give what they don't have. So make sure you train them in proper quality poultry handling, health management, biosecurity, and record keeping. This is the Digest TV. I'm your host, Dr. Joseph Deji-Folutile. And if you have not done so, I want you to subscribe to this channel so that you can get quality posts from time to time. And you can also press the bell so that anytime I make a new post, you can be notified. And I'm also challenging you. You have any area of farming business you are not clear about, either in crop farming or in fish farming or in catfish farming or in pig farming or sheep and goat or even cattle, just put it down. I'm going to do justice to those areas for you. I've been in the industry for over 34 years. And I tell you something, I have a lot to offer you in this area of farming business. So number 17, genetic improvement. Genetic improvement. If applicable, work on genetic selection and breeding programs to improve poultry traits such as growth rate, egg production, and disease resistance. This area, of course, you've already taken the DO cheese from wherever, and that's why you have to look at where you buy your DO cheese from. It's the foundational element of any farming. Where are you getting them from the young age is very important. So you work on those areas. You may be able to do much on the genetic improvement, except from the archery. If it's bad from the archery, it's very difficult for you to correct it on your farm. So make sure you know where you are getting your DO cheese from. Then number 18, last but not the least, continual learning. If you look at most of my presentations, the videos I've been making for the past 10 days or about, I'm always talking about continuous learning, continuous learning, continuous learning. You can't know too much in any business. You can't. In fact, the more you know, the less you know. So you better know more. So knowledge is power. Continuous learning. Stay updated on advancement in poultry farming practices, disease management, nutrition, technology to enhance the efficiency and sustainability of your poultry farming business. We live in a world of information explosion today. Information is everywhere for those who want to learn. You know, you are a farmer, you have several workshops. There are companies that are making every time free of charge. Make yourself available. I'm not saying you should just be wasting time going from one place to the other, but then look at where they are sharing quality information and follow through. I'm also challenging you, follow this channel from time to time. If you are in any type of business, you know, you are being put in business, I've done more than 130 videos. Go over them, look at them from time to time. You call that this is not rocket science. You get some areas where you're making mistakes, you correct the mistakes, and then you get the result from your farming. We are in the area of precision farming now. Precision farming, you know what you want, you go for it, and the best will give you the results. So continual learning is very important. Stay updated on advancement in poultry farming practices, disease management, nutrition, and technology to enhance the efficiency and sustainability of your poultry farming business. By closely monitoring these key parameters and taking proactive measures, you can optimize the health and productivity of your poultry flock while ensuring the success of your poultry farming venture. Let me take that closely again. By closely monitoring these key parameters and taking proactive measures, you can optimize the health and productivity of your poultry flock while ensuring the success of your poultry farming venture. This is the Digest TV. I'm your host, Dr. Joseph Deji-Folutile. Don't forget to subscribe, and like I promised, I'm going to announce a gift at the end of this video. If you want, just put your email down on the comment below. I'm going to send you a free copy of our latest Farming Advice Digest. We've been producing this magazine for over 18 years, and it's circulated all over the country free of charge. And the PDF, the e-copy is circulated all over the world free of charge. So if you want, just put your email on the comment below, and I'm going to send you the new edition. I'm talking of the one we have just finished producing 2 days ago. I will send it to you free of charge, and you gain a lot from this to enhance your poultry farming business. See you again. Bye for now. Thank you.